Huh. Well, would you look at that? Maybe I don't need to get rabbits after all. Hello, Mr. Bunny Rabbit. Well, there you go. Hey, at least if the apocalypse hits, I'll have something to eat in my front yard, right? Anyway, hello everyone. Here we are. Another day with the chickens. Everybody's doing extremely well. What is today? 62:48? Something like that? I think. I don't know. It'll be in the title. I'm good, because, you know, they're lined up in order, so I can figure out what the next day is going to be. Yeah, that's how I do it. So we're full of vim and vigor this evening, as you can see. Goodness. Cluck. I would like to say a word and just say that the tragedy in Nashville is just that, an incredible tragedy, and it's been on my mind all day. So thankful that my children are no longer in school. I am of the opinion, and I know this is a very, you know, a lot of people don't agree, but I really think that I would prefer to have armed guards protecting my children rather than my money. I don't care that much. I care much more about my children than I do my money. So I don't get that. I've never understood that. When I was in school and when my kids were going through school, they had a resource officer at the school. You know, they had precautions where, like, you had to get buzzed in at the front and, like, all that kind of thing, and you were supposed to show your ID. Well, no one ever followed those rules. So all of those rules are great, but, you know, you got to have someone enforcing those rules, and no one did. They just kind of like, you would just walk up and hit the button and they would just let you in. They wouldn't say, you know, hi, who are you here to see? What's going on? Can I see your ID? Nothing. It was just, the only time they asked me for an ID is if I was actually, like, picking my child up. Then they would ask for an ID, which is good. But any other time, it was pretty much free for all. So, you know, all of the precautionary measures are there. They just don't follow them. So, you know, I know I've heard different things about this one. You know, regardless, I mean, we can sit and say, what if, we should have, coulda, woulda. The deed's done. It's a tragedy. It's horrible. But yeah, I've never understood that thought. It's like, if I go to a concert to see a live performance, I'm basically frisked at the door. You know, if I go to get on an airplane, I'm, you know, frisked. You know, if they choose, they can certainly have. It's happened to me before traveling. I was pulled aside and got the full pat down and the whole thing. It's random, ma'am, of course. But, you know, why isn't that happening when someone goes into my kid's school or your kid's school or anyone's kid's school? Why don't we have that same type of scrutiny when we're letting people around our children? Now, again, in this situation, I know that this person, like, shot their way into the school. So, but still, if there had been a security officer there, I just really think that it probably may have gone a different way. Another thing I heard was that they had targeted a different location, but because the security at that other location was more than at the school, they decided not to go to the other location and decided to target the school instead. It's just a sad state of affairs, guys. This country is, it's like every day it's a new tragedy. It's really exhausting and defeating and sad. So what we do is we hope for a better tomorrow, right? hope for a better tomorrow. So yeah, thinking about all that today. And thinking about these birds. We got some consultation on Cluckersburg. We did have a contractor was supposed to come today and take a look at the roof and all the damage that was done from the storm, and we never heard from them, I guess. I just happened to think of that. They were supposed to show up this evening. So no word on that. We had one turn up yesterday, but he was just a roofing contractor, and he doesn't do, like, you know, full house remodels or anything like that. And so we called someone else because I don't really want to get multiple quotes for the work that needs to be done. So hopefully we can get in contact with somebody. The guy that we called, like I said, never showed up, but we'll get it worked out. I'm confident. Alright, so let's go check out the big birds. You don't even look like Big Bird. You look nothing like Big Bird. None of you. Well, I mean, you got kind of, you're a little yellow, I guess, but not like Big Bird. Fiddly-dee-dee-dee. Are you rearranging things? Was that piece of pine just really getting on your nerves, friend? Got to get that out of the way. Oh yeah, another interesting thing that happened today. This gives you a little glimpse into how exciting my day was today. I saw a bluebird. Not a blue jay, but a blue bird. And it was beautiful. It was just so bright blue. First thing I saw when I looked out the door this morning was a big old bluebird sitting on my fence. Which, honestly, around here is not that common. I don't see bluebirds around here very often, so I was pretty excited. When I was a kid, my grandmother was a bird fanatic. She loved birds, and she knew the names of all of them, which, of course, I inherit this almost useless knowledge. And we used to sit and we would play this game where we would try to name as many birds as we could. We would take turns, and she would start with like cardinal, and then I'd say blue jay, and then we would go back and forth until the first person that couldn't think of another bird type that hadn't already been named was the loser. And we used to do that with all kinds of stuff. We used to do it with animals, flowers, birds, just all kinds of stuff. My grandma was freaking amazing. Anyone who knew Grace knows that she was an amazing lady. So yeah. How many birds can you name, Fiddle? Faddle? Who are you? That's Faddle. Faddle says, chicken? Back? That's the only bird she knows. And this is a little bitty named Jackie Diane, just a little chicken doing the best that she can. Bok, bok. Bok, bok. That's Jack. That's Jack's theme song. Yeah. Yep. May have spent a little bit too much time with the chickens, boys and girls. No, never. Never. You can't be a mama bird without hanging out with your chickens, right? Falky Bowky. Look, Jack, you scared the crap out of her. Now that wasn't nice. Look, now she's going to poop because you scared her. Yeah. This is how these things work, friend. Yeah. That's how they work. So we've got a grand plan for Cluckersburg. Everything's been mapped out, I think. Of course, every perfect plan, right? It never goes that way. So it's a play by ear kind of thing. Luckily, chickens aren't that hard to contain, so I think we'll be good to go. we're going to have the Grand Fortress. The biggest thing I'm concerned about is predators. But we've got Mr. Hops-a-Lot out here in the driveway. Seems to be faring just fine with the predators that are about. Again, we have a lot of foxes up here. I've seen lots of fox poop in the woods. And we've got coons. We've got possums. We've got groundhogs. The temperate hardwood forest variety pack of woodland creatures is what we get. So yeah. No wolverines, though. That's a little disappointing. We don't really have any vicious animals except for bears. Bears can get kind of nasty, but we don't really get those that often here. So yeah. Ramble, ramble, bamble. That's what we do today. Chickens. Pecan chickens. Alright, everybody. Hug your kids tonight. Tell them you love them. Hug your loved ones. Call your mom. Get some chickens. Plant some garden vegetables. It's enriching. It'll make your life better. I promise. Say bye.